Welcome to Sincerely Cat, where you write in with your questions and I give you the best advice ever. Joining me today is founder of Skybridge Capital and former White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci, or as I like to call him, the Mooch. Thanks, Mooch, for joining me.
It's great to be here, Kat.
Yes.
Thanks for having me on.
We're going to have a great time. We're going to give great advice and solve everyone's problems.
Well, we're going to do our best.
Yeah, well, I like to aim high, so let's get started here. Okay. Dear Kat, I'm a senior in high school and I'm being pressured to go to college by my family and teachers, but this would mean taking out giant loans and studying something I don't want to study. My dream is to be a welder, but my parents say that's not a real career and I should pursue it as my hobby. What should I do from calling off college?
Wow, this is a super tough one, and I just want to preface that I have 3 adult children.
Yes.
My 20-year-old son has just asked me to take a gap year from college. So it is very fashionable right now for kids his age to disdain college. They don't think that they're learning as much as they used to, like when I was in school.
Yeah.
And they don't think that they need that formal training to go into the careers that they really want.
Yeah.
And so for me, your parents aren't going to like me for saying this, but you only live once. And Mel Brooks, the 95-year-old comedian, has a great line: relax, none of us are getting out of here alive. And
exactly.
So you have to do what you really love to do. And sometimes that means disavowing some things that your parents are asking you to do. The flip side of it is sometimes your parents have wisdom.
Right.
And so don't be stubborn and don't be obnoxious in defiance, but really understand where they're coming from before you make a decision like that. But when my son told me he wanted a gap year, he's now a videographer for some of these rap artists. Like, I don't know if you know who The Baby is, but apparently he's got a tremendous amount of downloads. I don't know the guy personally, but I let my son do it because I think you only live once and you got to follow your dreams in life.
Right, absolutely. And I think being a welder is a real career. And if
they make a lot of money.
Yeah.
I do think it's easier to live indoors. My dad was a laborer, and he used to say, "Hey, listen, go get yourself a white collar job because you're indoors, you're out of direct sunlight, and there's no heavy lifting." And so my dad spent 42 years, Kat, working outside. It did take a toll on his body. So, but if that's what you want to do, you got to go follow your dream.
Right.
But just make sure you're listening to your parents' advice, because they could be providing you with some wisdom from their personal life experience.
Right, but if this person's heart is telling him to go burn metal and whatever, then burn metal.
You got to do it. And if it's not going to work out, you know what? You can pick up college later.
Yes.
You go to college at night. You could do both if you're really super motivated.
Yeah, absolutely.